Lesson 1, Part 2, we will be discussing metamorphic rocks. Our second type of rock that we need to learn in fifth grade science is metamorphic. Okay, metamorphic rocks have been bent and mushed and twisted. And how does that happen to rock? You can't bend rock. If you try to bend a rock, it would break. How does this work? But you can obviously see that this rock here has been swirled and twirled and bent and moved around. And what? How does that happen? Take a look at this rock. You can see that these were at one time layers, obvious layers of sediments that had been weathered, eroded, deposited, and cemented, but now they're bent. Now they look like they were moving around. How in the world does that happen? Here's one more example of a metamorphic rock. You see again the obvious layers that were one time sediments pressed and cemented down, but now they're swirled and they're bent. What? This happens because of friction and because of heat and pressure. How can we get friction, heat, pressure, movement within the earth? Well, at tectonic plate boundaries. If we have a tectonic plate and another tectonic plate that is basically like a broken big pieces of Earth's crust, right? They're moving around and shifting around. If we have two tectonic plates, they move against each other like this. They move over or under the other like this, or they press each other towards each other like that. And if you remember from class, if you move your hands together like this really fast and you press against your hands, they're pressing against each other, it gets hotter, right? That heat and that pressure is what's happening in Earth's crust. And that heat and pressure is what's forming these curves and bends in the layers of rock. These are metamorphic rock. They've been chemically changed just a little bit, and they've been physically changed because now they're in different shape. Okay, so an everyday example of a metamorphic rock is marble. Marble is a great example because you can see here we have this white mineral within a rock, but then we have these lines. They're not straight layers like in sedimentary. These have been changed. They've been twisted. They've been moved around, but they're still within that same rock. So that's a great example of a metamorphic rock. How do metamorphic rocks get formed? They're formed by heat and pressure. These rocks are just being changed. There's already a rock there. It's near a tectonic plate, and it's just changing a little bit into a metamorphic rock. Okay. You can see with this picture here, we have heat from the magma within the earth, and we have the pressure coming from multiple layers of rock above, and we have metamorphic rocks being squished between the two. So we have heat and pressure. Okay, so I have a song/chant that was written by some students a couple years ago, and it seems to work so well in order to remember how metamorphic rocks are formed that I keep using it with each class every year. It goes like this. So metamorphic rocks are bendy. Okay, so we say metamorphic rocks are formed by heat. It's like a fire. Heat and pressure. Heat, heat, and pressure. Heat and pressure. Metamorphic rocks are formed by heat and pressure. Heat, heat, and pressure. Heat and pressure. Very good. I'd like for you to continue practicing that. Metamorphic rocks are formed by heat and pressure. Heat, heat, and pressure. Heat and pressure. Metamorphic rocks are formed by heat and pressure. Heat, heat, and pressure.